Also tonight, no one investigates like News 4. What were school leaders thinking? That's what parents want to know after hearing that toilets at a Southern Tier elementary school were not working, even overflowing. Tonight, we're pressing for answers. Should parents have been notified and classes canceled until the problem was fixed? We sent News 4's Ed Dranch to Cattaraugus County with your questions. Ed, what'd you find out?
And Diana, there were some issues with some bathrooms in the Cattaraugus-Little Valley Elementary School yesterday. Some, not all, were closed and were not working, but some parents were horrified over the stories their children had to tell. Classes continued as normal at the Cattaraugus-Little Valley Elementary School, but signs of Tuesday's trouble remain.
The toilets were overflowing and they were not allowed to use the restrooms.
How did that make you feel?
Disgusted.
Why were they subjected to not having to go to the bathroom and having to deal with overflowing toilets and messes that couldn't be cleaned up? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Miranda Kendrick and Kevin Wyden expressed their frustration and anger after their children came home from school Tuesday afternoon very upset.
I mean, as a parent, you send your child to school expecting them to be safe and well cared for, and to not be able to use the restroom for an entire school day is ridiculous.
The toilet trouble affected only the elementary school. I'm told the water pressure was so great with each flush, some toilets would actually overflow, rendering them out of service, but parents were never notified about the situation. Why weren't parents ever notified about this?
We just dealt with the issue.
John Peterson is the superintendent of schools and denies that children were forbidden from using the bathrooms, considering there were some that were actually working.
Kids were permitted to go to the bathroom. Kids were given alternative locations to go where the bathroom wasn't functioning. So at the time, was it a big deal? To me, it didn't seem that big of a deal.
But Miranda Kendrick says it was a big enough deal that school should have been canceled.
For them to allow it to go on for an entire day is unacceptable.
The problem was fixed late yesterday, and the superintendent says there wasn't much that they could do considering their water comes from the village of Cattaraugus. They say the pressure problem was ultimately out of their control. Diana.
Well, you know, I get that the water pressure was out of their control, but as a parent, I think I would want to know. I would want to be notified.
And that was a lot of the feeling from the parents that I spoke to, but they say that the superintendent should be calling them to at least apologize. The superintendent said that after my interview, he would be doing just that, using a special phone system, alerting them and apologizing to them about yesterday's situation.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Yep.